Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Come in, come in, come in. This is Tamika's Den. I am Tamika. Get on in here, y'all. Get on in here, okay? Kick off your shoes and relax your feet. You are now in the den. So, guys, we are down to the limit, baby. We got one more episode left, okay? This is my review recap for Atlanta, okay? Season 4, episode 9. The name of this episode is Andrew Wyeth. Alfred's World, child. We got one left, y'all. One. Numero uno. Okay, one. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I don't want to see it go. But this synopsis tells us, guys, that, child, they always making paper boy go through something, all right? If that is not the truth, I don't know what is. We done seen paper boy get shot, chased, shot at in the middle of a shootout, people trying to play him, people trying to steal from him, people not giving him his money, him having to go and chase people down. So Paperboy said, you know what, I'm tired of all of y'all. I'm about to switch it up. I'm about to take, Soldier Boy up on his little, advice that he gave, and I'm gonna go out here and be on this farm by my own, okay? I'm gonna go out here to get me a safe farm away from all y'all ninjas, okay? And what could possibly go wrong there, y'all? That is what this episode is about. And of course, Atlanta always gotta make you Google something or look into something. If it does not automatically come to you, you gotta do a little research and find out what's true and what's not. And so the first thing that I noticed was Andrew Wyeth. So I'm like, well, who the heck is Andrew Wyeth? Well, all right, I was not familiar with him, but he was an artist, okay, that basically drew a painting. One of his most popular paintings is called Christina's World, okay? So Christina's World, and then we got Alfred's World. And Christina's World is a 1948 painting that basically showed her, it's one of his best paintings of the mid 20th century, and it shows this realist style depiction of this woman where she is basically laying on the ground, semi-reclining, and she is in a treeless, mostly towny type of field, looking up at this gray house on the horizon, and there's a barn and various other little, objects and outbuildings that are adjacent to the house, and this actually can be seen in the Museum of Modern Art here in New York City, okay? So I said, okay, well, we gonna have Al that's out here on this farm in this field, and he gonna be, seeing this house that's gonna be adjacent to some items, to some different other small buildings adjacent to it. So let's go ahead and see what Al gonna be getting into, y'all, all right? So we see Al, he out here child shooting, okay? Don't get me the line about what kind of guns he had, because I do not know. All I know was one small one that was like pistol style, okay? He over here shooting, trying to hit his mark and hit the target. He got the different little, things that they use at the shooting gallery, but he got them up on the trees, baby. Ain't nobody else in sight. He got his little, ear coverings, his headphones for his ears. And then when he finished with the pistol, he picked up a bigger one. Could have been a machine gun. Like I said, I cannot tell you. Y'all know about it. Put it in the comments, child. But needless to say, he having a funky good time. He living his best daggone life, He basically sees that Ern is calling and he ain't paying it no mind. We see that there's a couple calls that have been missed from Ern and a few other people, all right? Then he's going in and he's checking on those plants that we've seen him with, right? Taking good care of them. They growing all nice or whatever the case may be. And, he's seeming like he really liking this farm life, okay, getting him a peace of mind. So then he go ahead and he ride into town and he go to the store and he's looking for his items, and we see this man looking at him, and we seeing Al stop and look like whatever, and then he go to the front and he asking the man at the front, like, do y'all have skillets? Oh, well, if you don't see it on the counter, then we ain't got it, but I'll look it up for you. Do y'all have some type of bug repellent that could get, bugs and animals and stuff like that away? Nope. If you don't, did you see it on the shelf? No. Okay, then we don't got it. But he does say that he could order the skillet, and that would be here in a couple of weeks. And Al is like, nah, thank you. I appreciate it, but I'm going to just go ahead and order it. And homeboy was like, yeah, you going to order it off of damn Amazon, aren't you? Al looks up and sees that there's like an American flag there and a sign that says we don't call the cops. I guess we don't call the cops means your ass will get shot, okay? But I'm also noticing the Confederate flag that was on the opposite side. And I thought it was funny too, because the man was really taking his time, going so slow to ring these damn items up. And he talking about, you find everything you want, big fella. And then when Al starts to tell him, no, actually, these were some other things that I was looking for. Well, if it ain't on the shelf, I don't know what to tell you. We ain't got them in stock. Okay. So, I thought that was funny. So Al is just like, nah. When he looked up at the sign, he says, nah, I ain't gonna be, ordering it from Amazon, right? He just want to get the heck on up out of there, right? And so then he goes back, to go back to the farm or whatever the case may be. And there's this tractor trailer out there that he's seen that he want to fix, okay? And he's been over here, looking at YouTube videos on what he have to do to fix it. In the meantime, we seeing that Ernest sending him text messages. He ain't paying attention to none of this stuff. So as he's releasing something from underneath the daggone truck or whatever the case may be, he hear the person say that the, truck will roll over you or whatever, right? And so he hurry up and jump from underneath it like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. And then when nothing don't happen, he like, ha 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 ha, basically start laughing. Well, child, not even 2 seconds later, the truck did come down. So if his ass didn't move when he did, he basically would have been smashed. So he was like, oh shit, okay. He got spared that one, okay. That one didn't hit him. So then he basically, cooking up food and, just having a little quiet time or whatever, still trying to relax. And he hears some noises coming from the little shed that he got his, plants in. So he goes to walk in there, child, and listen, one thing y'all don't want to be doing when you watching this daggone episode is eating. I was just in the middle of eating my dinner as I was watching this, and this was a little disgusting, okay? He goes to go in the shed and everything is knocked down. The whole bottom of the door is ripped off. He like, what the hell is going on? Whatever's in there, you better come out. You better go ahead with your little other, furry friends or whatever. And, we steadily hearing these banging noises. So when he opened up the door, all his plants and stuff is just knocked down all over the daggone place. And he ends up stepping in some shit. Okay, basically that's what happened. And so he's like, shit, and he's trying to, scrape it off his shoe. So now he go to the store and he's trying to show the guy pictures so he could figure out what kind of animal it is. And he's like, is there something that I would be able to put down to basically get rid of it? And so the man, mind you, is saying, go back, go forward. Let me look at it again. And was it soft? Did you mush it with your hands? Was it hard or was it soft? And what kind of plants are we talking about? And so he was saying like it was corn, okay? And he says, yeah, this got to be hogs, okay? That would be my guess. I think we talking about hogs or whatever. And that's some serious situation right there, okay? And he says, yeah, they do love, them some corn or whatever. So he said, this ain't nothing to play with. This ain't like no fairy tale or no daggone dream. He said, what you're going to have to do is the next time that thing come around, you grab a rifle, you shoot that sucker, okay? Because it's going to be him or you. Either you kill him or he'll kill you. So he was like, this ain't nothing to play with. And if it come running at you, then shoot it right in the nose and don't start firing until it's down. Don't even let it get close. Now, Al over here, because he was like, do a headshot. And I was like, can't I just use poison a man or something? Like, can't we get it simpler? He was like, all right, you think you playing games? He was like, you really don't understand that your situation is serious. He was like, those things don't play or whatever the case may be, And he was like, they not going to be worried about, being careful or whatever. They're aggressive and they're invasive and they will destroy you. When they come in hard. So he was like, you can't be worried about, trying to do things in a sensitive way or a way you think is proper and all of that kind of stuff. That goes out the window. And so Al over here just a daggone cracking up, because he told him it don't deserve no sympathy. You got to be serious when it comes to this. And he started laughing and the guy looking at him like, what are you laughing at? They will kill you. You have to kill them before they kill you. He's sitting here, what? Oh, laughing. So, Mr. Stormman take his glasses off and looking at him. And he like, are you being serious? He was like, hogs? You really think hogs is going to do all of that? So he said, yeah, a pack of hogs killed a woman in Texas a year ago just outside of Houston, okay? Chewed her ass up. And guys, yes, okay, there was an attack in Texas where feral hogs that killed a woman. Her name was Christine Rollins. Okay, she was 59 years old, and she wasn't even a feet away from her front door. She had just stepped out the car and was walking to go to her house when this herd of hogs attacked her and killed her. And this was the fifth documented, known documented fatal attack in the country since 1825. So supposedly hogs don't attack often, but they can attack. So, Al over here laughing. I said, child, Al, you should have been Googling this instead of standing around laughing about it, baby. The same way you've been looking up them damn YouTube videos, all right? I mean, he just cracking up as hard as you could crack up. And he's saying, yeah, this is funny. He was like, come on, man, not a bedtime story or whatever the case may be. So my man at the store said, yeah, okay, go ahead. You don't want to believe me. You on your own. Do what you doing. So I'll go back. He working on the tractor some more. He's still looking at these YouTube videos. He's following all the instructions. He's determined that he's going to fix this thing himself. Child, when I tell you he got up there, and I don't even know. I just know that there's a part at the top, at the front of the daggone tractor that he lifted up, and it was a dead rat in there. I said, ew, disgusting. Okay, so of course this scares him. He jumped back at first, but then he like, I don't got no choice. I'm gonna have to go ahead and pull this sucker out. So he's pulling it out by the tail. Ugh. Okay, with his bare hand, not even no damn gloves or nothing. I said, boy, you better than me. That damn thing would have stayed there. And he finally gets it out the way. And then, he's finally starting to get the tractor to actually, start moving and making some noise or whatever the case may be. And so, then he's setting up the trap the way that the guy told him to, because he said, well, the only other thing I could tell you to do as far, as the hogs go is, set out whatever it is that's been coming there to get them, what they've been coming to get rather, and make like a trail for them to follow. So he boards up all the rest of the house where they had messed it up at, and he sets out these plans, and he's like, I'm gonna avenge y'all, whatever the case may be, right? And he puts the trail down just the way the guy said and all of that. But then he's just waiting around, and ain't nothing happening. So he end up going in the house and dozing off. And as soon as he do that, he's hearing noises, of course, in the middle of the night that wake him up. And when he go out there, the whole setup that he had there was basically gone. Okay, they done came through again, and they done wiped the whole damn thing out. So he's like, shit. Okay, he didn't catch them, excuse me. So, he go ahead and was like, so much for that or whatever, right? And then the next morning, he back at it with the tractor. He get it moving. He riding it through the field or whatever. And he, woohoo, yeah, having a funky good time just to going and rolling and going and rolling and going and rolling, okay? And, feeling like, yes, I accomplished this or whatever. So I don't know exactly what the heck, he was calling himself doing, but I know he basically stopped and was like, all right, what I'm saying, and looking down at the field, because he was at the top part of the hill. I think it had like got stuck on something or something like that, right? And he was trying to roll it back, roll it front, and roll it back, roll it front, but it wasn't really moving. So he cut the engine off, and he's just looking, trying to observe what's going on. And he's like, all right, because he was kind of like slanted at the top of the hill. So he get off of it, and he go walking, down the hill, I guess, to kind of observe and see like what his options was going to be or whatever, right? Because at first, even when he first got out, was trying to push the tractor himself, but that wasn't going to work. He wasn't going to be able to do that. He's looking all around or whatever the case may be. And so he actually could see that there's a lake, and he could see a house from the other side. Child, the next thing you know, the damn tractor started rolling, and he like, oh shit, it's coming straight at him or whatever. And he trying to get the hell up out the way as it's coming at him. So now, child, Alfred is all freaking cut open. He all messed up or whatever the case may be. And he's trying to hop back to the damn, farm at this point. The next thing you know, he's actually down on the daggone ground, crawling, because his freaking leg is hurting him so bad. And I have been there, not in this situation with a tractor, but I have been there with a pain in my leg and back is so bad that I literally want to crawl the way that he is crawling to get back to this damn farmhouse, okay? And so he crawling, after walking, or whatever the case may be. And he gets to a point where he's still pretty much far from the house, but he could see this white, van driving up, child. Okay, he is actually getting an Amazon delivery. So Mr. Man at the store was right, and the girl is bringing him his skillet, but she can't hear him, even though he's sitting here, help, please. She got her damn headphones on. So she don't hear not one daggone word he's saying, okay? He might as well just be screaming to himself, which is what he's basically doing right about now. She don't hear him. She get back in the truck and she's backing it up or whatever, right? So he go ahead after he see, like, ain't nothing happening. He ain't gonna get no help. And he's sitting here like, please. He finally gets to crawl back to the front of the house. He opens up the package and sees that it was the skillet, and he throws the skillet to the side. Child, why the hog come walking up? So I said, is this hog about to attack Al, or is this hog gonna just go ahead and look at him and go away? No, child, of course not, baby. That hog was snorting. He looking at Al looking at him. He looking at Al looking at him. He looking at Al looking at him. Next thing you know, that damn thing came charging forward, and back freaking Al behind, because he tried to hurry up and move, but before he could, and as soon as he stood up, it backed him into the daggone wall. So Al sitting here, screaming, literally saying, get off me, punching him, basically in an all-out fight with a damn hog, okay? And this hog is going at him like nobody business. And first thing that came to my mind, okay, I'm assuming you ain't got the guns nowhere near you. That's probably in the house. You got that damn skillet that just was delivered. You better reach for that. And just as I was saying that, he does get the skillet, and I was like, bam, 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 die, okay? He beat the hell out this damn hog, okay? And then him and the hog was just freaking laying there, okay? So I said, Lord, poor Al, okay? When they say Al goes through it, baby, he goes through it, all right? I feel so bad for him. So in the meantime, you can actually hear the phone freaking vibrating, and they pan, to in the house, and the phone is on the counter, and this is actually Ern calling him again. So, Al done dragged his behind in the house or whatever the case may be, and, he gets to answer the phone. I'm thinking that Al is going to be like, yo, I need help. Send me a damn ambulance. I got to get the hell up out of here, okay? I don't be okay in the country. I don't be okay in the city. I'm not okay nowhere. No, Al answered the damn phone talking about, hey, what's up? Oh, ain't nothing. Everything is good. What's going on with you? Ern telling him, that he got to speak to this guy and all the paperwork is straight. Everything seemed like it's all right, but he's still going to give it another once over, and he going to have, I'll check it out too, or whatever the case may be, and look at it, some contract that they were supposed to be doing, or whatever the case may be. He like, oh, what's up, man? And Al over here talking about chilling. And so Ern was like, oh, I hope so. He was like, did you get the email? I sent you a copy from the lawyer that lets you know the contract is okay, and we still have some questions about some of the dates. And I was like, oh, okay. So he was like, so how is it out there? It's boring. What's going on? Al on the floor, mind you. Oh, nothing. Yeah, it's chill. He said, you sound tired, man. Nah, man. I'm good. I'm straight. Everything all right. I said, really, Al, we gonna sit here and say we straight after you just had a whole fight with a damn hog? He talking about some, well, can I call you back tomorrow, bro? And then Ern was like, yeah, sure. I'll call you tomorrow. And they hang up like, peace. I said, are you serious? And he just dropped the daggone phone and just was laying there, whatever the case may be, right? So I said, okay, what we going to do, Al? Where we going from here? Basically the next day we see that he is sitting outside on the porch. He got a band-aid on his head. He looked like he got an ice pack on his damn foot, got the foot up. He got a cane next to him. I don't know where he found, the cane at, but nonetheless, and, he get on the phone with, Earn again, and he's just basically like, yo, what's going on? You all right? He was like, you looking a little rough. I was a little worried about you yesterday, how I heard you sounding or whatever the case may be, and what happened to your damn face? And so he was like, yo, man, what's going on with farm life and what was happening yesterday or whatever the case may be. And so Al is just like, man, it ain't nothing. It's all good. He was like, I don't know, man. He said, I was out here messing with that tractor and ripping and running and trying to get some shit done and doing some shooting, a little of this, a little of that. And he was like, look, man, if farm life could be dangerous, so be careful. It could be real dangerous. And Earn like, okay, I appreciate you, brother, or whatever, for telling me that. And so he was like, if you fall head first on a rake, you could be out there stranded for weeks and nobody wouldn't know. And Al over here talking about, message received or whatever the case may be, right? And he says, if you don't like it, you don't have to stay there. You could always go to the city, Atlanta ain't going nowhere. And Al talking about, it's good, man. It's good. Ain't pretty much nothing to do around here. It's pretty much slow motion. It's chill. You ain't got to worry about me or whatever the case may be. He said, but I am a little worried about this damn neck. Okay, that is what's bothering me right now. I feel like I got needles and stuff, pushing in it. So he was like, well, you was outside for a long time yesterday? Al said, yep. He said, because you look a little sunburned. He's like, man, I ain't no damn sunburn. That started making him laugh. He like, nah, I ain't sunburned. He's like, you ain't never been sunburned before. So Al said, no, we can't get sunburned. Okay, Pap, black people don't get sunburned. And Earn was like, yes, we do. Okay, that is a lie. Black people get sunburned. So here go Al. Wesley Snipes could get sunburned? Earn said, yeah, Wesley Snipes could get sunburned. You telling me that Wesley Snipes could get sunburned? Yeah, Wesley Snipes could get sunburned. So then he said, who was the other person that he said? I think he said Seal. And he was like, yes, Seal can get daggone sunburn too. What the hell are you talking about? Yes. So he was like, dog guys can get sunburned, Al. What are you talking about? He said, you telling me Captain Phillips could get sunburned? He said, if you're talking about the Somalian guy that played when the movie with Tom Hanks on the ship, yes, he could get sunburned too. What the hell are you talking about? So they start going back and forth on the whole sunburn thing. Al is telling him, Earn rather is telling Al, black people could get sunburned and white people could get ashy. Okay, these is myths that people be starting or whatever the case may be. But that actually made Al feel better and be able to have a laugh and sit back on his porch and talk mess or whatever the case may be. But apparently Al is like, listen, I ain't going nowhere. They ain't gonna drive me off that quick. I'm gonna stick this out. I got this, okay? I'm living my best life in my farm life, okay? I guess that was supposed to be the point of it all, y'all. If I left anything out or if it's anything else that y'all noticed or whatever the case may be, put it in the comments. Let's discuss. Okay, like, comment, share, subscribe. If you are so inclined, give me a wave. Let me know you came by. Put some flames up in the sky. One episode left, y'all. One episode. And it looks like we're going to be getting into Darius next week. So that should be interesting, y'all. But till next time, toodaloo.